It's time for your TLC Hiking Club monthly vid clip, even though it's been several months since I've been back out here, and most of you probably know the reason why. For those of you who do not, let's get the awkward news out of the way right away. I got diagnosed with cancer back in January 21st, prostate cancer. If any of you know anything about cancer, that can surely throw your world into a tailspin and affect it forever thereafter. So I had to go through treatment. I got treatment done March 12th. At this moment, I am cancer-free, and I just pray that continues. Anybody knows that the journey is never over. I got to go in for 6 month checkups for the first 5 years, and it is what it is. But as of right now, I'm on the mend. Most of you know I've been back out. I was actually out on the trail for up until 4 days prior to treatment. I had no symptoms. There was no issues. It was caught in a yearly annual physical. So those of you who don't do your annual physicals, obviously I highly recommend it, because it probably saved my life, because they did catch it in the early stages. I've been back out on the trail since the Sedona trip 2 weeks ago. Was out last weekend as well and ran the 11th annual Pats Run. So I am on the road to recovery. Looking forward to this summer's events, the Summer Fun Series. For those of you who don't know anything about that, check it out. I usually go over some of the previous hikes that we had, some of the hikes that are coming up. There's just too many hikes that, since I've been on here since, what was it, December. So I'm not going to bore you with all the 15, 20 hikes that we've done since December. However, do want to touch base on a couple points. And lastly, wrapping up the cancer bit, I certainly appreciate and thank all of you who have reached out, with your prayers, your kind thoughts, and your support. Thank you very much. Most of you also know it was a procedure that I had done, was not covered by insurance. It was, $31,000 out of pocket. And thank you to all of you who funded the GoFund account. We raised over $6,000. So I tip my hat to all of you out there who were a part of helping raise some of the money to offset the damages that's been done to the savings account. All right, moving onward. Want to touch base on a club policy that we have as far as posting your profile pic. Okay, I know it may seem just ridiculous to some, and some others it's just a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you? But look, this is a safety issue. The reason is because we do a lot of overnighters, weekends, meeting at the trailhead at 3:30, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And you have to understand that it becomes a safety factor for those that are wanting to go on the hike, especially our female hikers, right? And they say, well, there's only 3 other people that are meeting at that place at that time of the morning, and I don't know who they are. And you go to look at their profile and you can't even see their picture. So the first thing you think is, well, that's a little shady. Why don't they post their picture? I need to see who I'm going to be meeting in the morning. My husband wants to know, that I'm going to be safe. So, come on, guys, you got to think of it in that manner. Yes, I may know you, but somebody else coming into the group may not know you. And they may want to make sure that they're safe. Their spouse may want to make sure that they're safe. And if they can't see a picture of who they're meeting, that draws some questions. Why wouldn't you put your profile picture out there to begin with? So those questions come up, and I don't blame those that have those questions. So I sent an email out this previous week that said, look, if you can't put your a profile picture out there with a picture with your face in it, doesn't have to be a close-up, but something that has your face in it, I'm going to remove you from the club. And you're welcome to join, But look, I take the safety issue of this extremely, very important. Here's another way to look at this. What if something were to happen? Look, it is what it is. This is the real world. You know, things happen all the time. Craziness happens. What if something were to happen? Anything. Some people were lost on the trail. Somebody, you know, assaulted someone else. Okay, right? I mean, let's take the worst case scenarios of anything. And I got questioned as the group leader and said, well, who's this Johnny Smith guy? You don't even have a picture of him in the club. How are we supposed to try to look for him? How are we supposed to know who he really is? You understand where I'm coming from? So if any authoritative type of regulation or regulatory agency was to question me, if somebody got lost in the wilderness, anything like that, and I didn't even have a picture of them, you see where I'm going with that? It's definitely a prudent responsibility to have a picture and a name. You don't have to have your last name, but at least the first name. None of these nicknames, you know, Vespar and stuff like that. It doesn't look. It's not safe. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it right. So please don't get offended. Don't take offense by this. And hopefully you watch the video or read emails, because I know some of you don't do either. And if you don't, shame on you for not staying informed. So that's it for that topic. Coming up, the month of May brings 3 different hikes that are awesome. We're going to Finger Rock Guard this coming Saturday. The Saturday after, we're going to Cathedral Rock. Both of those hikes are in Tucson. Both of those hikes are phenomenal ball busters. You know, come prepared. Then at the end of the month, at the end of the month, we're doing the Hell's Gate Wilderness Water Hike. So that's going to be a fun time. It's also going to be a ball buster, but it's going to be some fun cliff jumping, water, playing in the water, swimming. There's some beach area. That's up in the Payson area. So 3 phenomenal hikes loaded in May, and hopefully that we see you out there. And that's about it, guys. Sorry for not being out here for a while. I'm sure you guys understand. Hopefully I can get back to a monthly ritual with these vid clips for the hiking club. With that said, make it a great day and a better tomorrow. See you guys. See you on the trail. Peace.